Okay, recording has been started.
Okay, so I think let's get started. Thanks everyone for joining. And today I think is a little special session where there is no slide. So I thought existing material out there is enough to go through this session. And have few of the V experts also joining in this call. Some of them are already joined. They will also share their experience passing this VCF Admin 9.0 exam. So the first part of this session is about there is one preparation guide that was prepared. So I will take you through that. So starting from VMware certifications, because a lot of things are changed with respect to VCF certification. So what are the new certifications, and then which one we are focusing on, and then uh, how we should get prepared not only from the technical standpoint but also the vouchers to scheduling and all that is also covered. In addition, we'll also talk about when it comes to technical, some really cool resources that you should refer to. Then we'll also touch upon partly around how you can stand up your own lab or what are the hands-on opportunities for you to get going. Towards the end, we will also touch upon how VCF certification can help you also get into like one of the contribution considered for VMware vExpert program also. Or in general, we can spend some time around how anybody can start their journey with VMware vExpert program. Apart from that, we'll have Q&A with vExpert, those who have joined. So I personally will ask few questions to them formally just to introduce them and in general their experience going through this exam journey, preparation journey. And then we can open up for Q&A for you to ask any questions. In between, you can feel free to ask Q&A in the Q&A chat box, and we experts can uh, help answer them also, and some of them we can take it live later in the talk. So that's the whole agenda of this meeting. So let's get going. The first thing I wanted to talk about was what are the different certifications currently available from VMware by .com. And here you see this is official page, and in this official page there are around 13 certifications available. And then there is a listing about legacy certifications are also out there. So we are focusing on the new certification around VCF. In that, you see there are 13, and first two of them are focused on vSphere Foundation, VMware vSphere Foundation, which is called as VVF. So our traditional vSphere can be considered here. So there are two certifications here. One is for support and another is for admin. And as you know, each exam will have its own code, something like that is mentioned in the back. And towards the bottom, this is what we are going to discuss more on VMware Cloud Foundation Administrator exam. So this is the exam this preparation guide was prepared for. In parallel, there are a couple of certifications. One is for architect, another is for support, and it has its own purpose. So the admin is the one we can say something everyone should get started with. But depending on a role, uh, some I have seen some people attempting to support somebody who is into troubleshooting, maintaining, and all. So this is more focused on that based on the rules. And on the top, you will see there are 6 to 7 advanced certifications for each of the areas. So the admin itself has its own the architect support. So this is like the next level of these three certifications. And then these are based on the domain knowledge expertise. So like networking from the VCF perspective, VCF operations, VCF storage, VCF automation, and Kubernetes world when it comes to VCF. So there are like advanced certifications. These are vSphere as we talked. So we are going to focus on this one to start with. So moving on. So this was a preparation guide that I was talking about. Towards the end, we'll share the all these links with you so that you can go through it. So the idea is not to go through each and every details in this, and I think we can spend more time on question based on how much many questions are there. So let's get going. I think first part I want to touch upon why write certification exam, and this is my own perspective. I see that based on your role and company and stage of your career, certification can play a different role. In my case, since I have been with Broadcom since almost 12 plus years, I have been writing certifications since almost before joining even VMware. Like I joined as an intern, and uh, during internship itself, I had done the VCP certification on 5.0. And then I did on 7.0. Then I did on 9.0. So every couple of years, I keep writing certifications, and I see that every couple of releases is a good time to revisit, so that a lot of things changes between a couple of years, a couple of releases of the vSphere in the past, now VCF, and so that is how I used to schedule it. So one motivation, of course, was getting that certification badge, was that drives. But as I moved into my career, like later, for me, what mattered most was that structured learning experience and getting the comprehensive view of the product, so that when I go back to my day-to-day work, I'm much more confident, and any decisions that I'm taking internally, I'm able to take with a lot of confidence, and I am able to connect the dot, because in your day-to-day work, you might not get opportunity to deep dive into each and every aspect of VCF. So you're focusing on few things where you're focusing on, but there are many other things, those are interrelated. So having insights into them also, for personally me, was very important. So this certification also gives you that opportunity to direct your learning and streamline your learning, because the hands-on experience, nothing beats the hands-on experience. So in day-to-day work, you might not get again hands-on experience on each and everything, and then certification provides that opportunity to get that hands-on. Comprehensive learning, structured learning, already I talked about. Another important thing is, since the time I joined almost 13, 14 years back to Broadcom, and I have been a vExpert since last 13 years. So you can imagine, I think certification is one of the contributions also accepted in vExpert application. So that is another thing. Apart from that, I have elaborated few more things. I would like you to go through this LinkedIn post, but one key, I think the one that I am highlighting here is AI aligned perspective. What I think is that in the AI world currently, you might be dealing with various AI tools, cursor to cloud to various LLMs and all. I see that what matters most is the context that we provide to AI, and based on the deeper level of context, it can help us or might not help. And if you think that, okay, AI is not able to help, there is a high likely that you are not providing the enough or deeper level of context. The context is very important. Another factor is important is the preserving that context for a longer period of time, because say you got a problem, and you provided the context to AI, some AI tool that you are familiar with, and you got the answer and you moved on. After a few days, again you have a related problem, and again you have to provide the context. And if you haven't preserved the context from the earlier attempt, then there is a problem. Then you have to repeat, then your productivity might go down. So what I'm trying to say here is, apart from all the benefits that we talked about, why we should write the certification, I see that in the world of AI, I personally getting kind of a generalist across this entire product, so that I can connect any thing around VCF, for example, and I'm able to provide a deeper level of context. And I also have insight into, okay, how I can preserve the context. So because I go through the structured learning, because as a part of certification. So that is another thing I would suggest why we should be writing the certifications. Now let's move on to some little non-technical items. For some of us, it might be very obvious to get exam vouchers and all these things. Being from Broadcom, it is there is edge, I would say, because we get almost three vouchers free of cost for every Broadcom employee. But somebody who is from outside of Broadcom, these are some of the ways you can get it. First one is like VMware Advantage program. I think Uday and all the VMware leaders in all the physical events, they talk about VMware Advantage program. And uh, while there are like a lot of benefits it offers, one of the benefit is like certification, like 125 USD off on certification and few other things. And this keeps changing. It is just one of the ways you can get these vouchers in discounted price. So that is one. And second one is VMware vExpert program. As I said, from last year or so, if you become VMware vExpert, you by default get the VMware Advantage membership, which is complimentary. And apart from that, there might be some other certification discounts offered under VMware vExpert program. So we have to see what are the terms and conditions. So certifications are considered as a contribution, and this is our added advantage. You get certified. Apart from it helping you in your day-to-day work, you also can apply and provide that as a contribution in vExpert applications, and that provide you the vExpert status. Apart from that, I have seen since, as you know, like Broadcom's focus from 9.0 around VCF, every local VMUG event, there might be they might provide some free VCF certification vouchers also. I have seen this in Bangalore VMUG event. I'm not sure about other VMUG events, but at least I see that. VMware Explore also get like attendees may receive free certification vouchers, and you can attempt on the same venue also. So they, and then I think this is for internal people. So this is around scheduling your exam and all. I think one of the key thing here is using your own personal laptop, because the corporate laptop might have some firewall restrictions. That's what I have seen. So I'll not go through like each and every step here. You get to see all this. Then let me just, okay. So one thing I can point out is that when you are scheduling this exam, of course, different timing works for you based on if you are into tip job or based on your family situations. But I personally prefer early morning slots so that okay, everyone like we get the quiet and distraction free. So that is one recommendation I would say from that perspective. I think exam day checklist. I think it is very self-explanatory whatever is written here. But check-in link works like 30 minutes before, and they if you are attempting this exam online. So in my case, I always attempt from home only. For that, there is a verification. So some of us who has gone through the journey of writing certification in the past, it's the same process where there will be a ID verification, and it takes time, at least around 10-15 minutes. It takes time because various side angle, front angle, back angle, a lot of photos we have to upload. So making sure that you are logging in early. Now let's move on to the technical part of the session. So when it comes to this exam, like what is the format, right? I think format also remains same. Largely, if you have seen in the past, uh, the exam ID is there, and it's a 60 question, many multi-answer and scenario-based questions are there. So all of the questions will have options available. In some cases, you need to choose one out of four options provided, or in other cases, you have to choose multiple options. So these are the two kinds of questions I see in the exam. And now talk about official courses. In the past, if you remember, VMware courses were mandatory for course writing the exam, but no more these courses are mandatory. So As long as you have hands-on experience and you understand the exam guide that we talked about, you should be okay. Then this is the link where this big exam guide is there. This exam and then its guide. So this is a PDF file, its format, everything is mentioned really nice in this. What are the objectives? All that stuff is mentioned here. Then when it comes to courses, um, so what I know is that for internally, of course, being from Broadcom, we have complimentary access to internal portals and we get to access these courses. And I also heard there is a complimentary access to customers and partners to these libraries. So I'm not sure for individual users so whether this works or not. You will have to try out, and this is a direct link to that learning portal, and you can try. There are a couple of courses focused on this exam. So the course number 1 is build, manage, and secure. And then these are the details. And it includes video lectures, of course, the recorded lab demonstration, and course note. One good thing that I have observed in this specific course is, unlike in the past, we used to have a live lab environment. So either lab is available on demand and then you do self-paced lab. That is one option. Second option was if you're joining instructor lead course, then your labs are part of that the 5 days of course itself. In this case, course also has labs recorded. Basically, you can just simply uh, basically all the kind of hands-on labs are kind of recorded. So you don't need any environment. You can simply see how these workflows work. So of course, you will not do it with your own hand, but you will get how that practically that specific workflow in the VCF or how that upgrade or any configuration, any module works live. So it is like demonstrated using a recorded lab. So that is a good thing I have found in this course. There is another course. By the time I was attempting, I attempted this on the 31st December 2025. And that time it was instructed lead only. So I personally did not know. And then it wasn't, I think, available in the India IST timeframe. So I didn't go through this and it wasn't available as a self-paced. So the first one is available as a self-paced on demand, but the second one wasn't. But what I felt is that as long as you go through the course number 1 and hands-on that you'll do is sufficient to pass this exam. When it comes to video resources I use for my preparation, and then these video resources are nothing to do with the course. Course is one avenue where you will get very structured module by module learning, which is about 24 hours. But say in case you don't have access to course, then you have video resources I personally use. And then I think most of them were kind of also overlapping with the course. But I also found since they were different and presented by different people, largely the videos those are out in the public are published by tech marketing engineers, but course is developed by some other team. So the way it is presented and all is different when it comes to video, though the topics will be similar. So there are playlists. This time, I think for the first time, I'm saying that VCF has got really, really good video content. So if you see, this is the, like, I have given the direct playlist link. So if you want to learn anything around VCF automation, so this is a playlist, very detailed, really, really helpful. And I really enjoyed going through them. There are 5 videos and each of them, if you see, like 12 minutes. So this is a long form content and not something 2 minutes to 5 minutes content. So a very deep dive session. And so I would highly encourage you go through this playlist. Similarly, what's new in VCF 9.0? I think this is another very killer playlist. This touches each and everything about VCF 9.0. There are 15 of them. And if you see this is overview. And unlike in the earlier playlist that I was showing, which also had sessions like 36 minutes, 32 minutes, so they were a lot more deeper into VCF automation. When it comes to overview, they are like 6 minutes to 15 minutes. Still, it is very valuable and very closer to official course offers. So I would highly recommend to go through this. Another important thing is upgrade and converge. As you know, for VCF, somebody who is coming to VCF 9.0, for them, it's like architectural change, the platform change, and not just the simple upgrade that you used to do in the past. So uh, this resource, again, another playlist, very focused on various permutations and combinations of which path you are coming from. You are coming from 5x, VCF, or you are coming from vSphere, 7x, 8x, or if you had VCF like ARIA operation in the mix, all that very detailed playlist, I must say. Very, really, really nicely explained. And I did not find this kind of content in the past VMware content that I used to see on the public channels. So these are the three must-watch playlists, I would say. Apart from that, couple of VMware Explore, like last VMware Explore that happened 2025. So what they have done is they have downloaded that content from the VMware Explore site and included as a part of the VCF official channel itself. So if you want to double click little more on the automation and the VCF networking, then this is the link to that. This is, I think, single session, which is like really worth going through. Similarly, there is a playlist also, which is uploaded. There is a playlist across various areas. And these are all the sessions available. I think, as you know, Yuri, William Lamb consolidate all these sessions in a single place. If you are interested exploring something, then these are the sessions. And then officially, YouTube channel also has various videos and other playlists also. But these are some of the three playlists plus these two direct sessions from the VMware Explorers I personally have gone through, apart from the course that I talked about. So I went through this course, I went through this recommended playlist and this also. And then when it comes to a hands-on lab, again, there is an advantage for internal people. We have multiple options available internally. We can get any test bed and we can play around it as a part of our day-to-day work also. So when it comes to somebody who is not part of VMware, these are the options available for you. One is if you get the access to this course, as I said, recorded lab demonstration is this. So this is the minimum you get to see visually that how this VCF 9.0 looks like. But when it comes to HOL, I think HOL is something not new. It has been there many, many years and it has got like really cool. So you can just simply search with VCF automation and you get many labs. This is also very, very valuable resource for someone who doesn't have the live environment. So this is another thing I would highly recommend. Option two, this is something coming up. In the past, we had something called as VLC, VMware Lab Constructed. I think it is all like redefined. I think some of our community members like Jatin and rest of us within the VMware has provided this very lightweight hands-on lab environment. You can stand up entire VCF environment on a single ES6 physical host if you have one, which it will be a nested ESXi based lab. And a lot of things are out of the box available, fully largely automated, including deploying DNS to NTP to few other infrastructure services required to stand up your VCF environment is also provided to something, if something that you can afford or have that hardware, then this is like very lightweight. And I think if you're really deep diving into and learning on day-to-day basis about VCF, then this is something we should do. In fact, personally, I am also thinking to have at least one host based lab or at least a three host based lab. And I think many within this community, and even Harish uh, uh, from Broadcom has his own lab. Uh, and then I'm personally also thinking, okay, can I have a lab which is based on holodeck? Then holodeck is what I'll keep running. Uh, then home lab setup. I think this is the guidance provided to you if you are interested. So lab setup video. So this is one of the sessions provided by William Lamb. As you know, in communities, William Lamb uh, has been talking about our own home lab and what are the options available. And also, this is like almost a 1 hour session that was presented in VMware Explore 2025 is also provided to you if you want to go to the next level. So this is how I would think. Option one, no need to have everything is hosted, no dependencies. This one has some dependencies, so it takes you to the next level. And then this is altogether next level. You have your home lab setup, full-fledged setup. Apart from that, this is something I wanted to touch upon, AI assisted preparation. So now everyone is AI, using AI. So then how can we structure our learning or accelerate our preparation, or I would say that ultra learning, right? Using AI. So this is something internally we have, like I have tried, and there is internal version available on how AI can help. For example, if you see now, I think you can apply this to, if, let's say you're using ChatGPT or Gemini or something. I'm just giving some high-level idea. Later, in future, we might have a session around just AI-focused certification. But right now, I would say, okay, say VCF official documentation, right? So this is the VCF official documentation, and I think example is let me click on this. Yeah. This has got everything about 9.0. So all the topics, how should I design, how should I plan, prepare, how vSphere is playing a role within vSAN, NSX, all components, lifecycle management, A to Z about VCF 9.0 is clubbed into this, right? And this can be simply downloaded as a PDF file, which is it's kind of more than a book, I would say. If you see this, number of pages are 8,000 plus. This is a public resource. Now, once you get something officially delivered by VMware, nobody stops you using this and pass it to, say, ChatGPT. You upload your file and you chat around it and say that, okay, don't go outside of this documentation. Everything that comes to like any question that you ask or anything you want to do around this, you can do. So this is just a hint around how you can use AI for preparation and learning more about VCF 9.0 across any topics. So apart from going through these videos, you can also use this thing. And towards the end, I think the study groups helps. In my case, I think I always tried solo preparation, but I have seen multiple community members doing like small groups, two to three engineers, and everyone focusing on different topics and sharing with each other and helping them understand. And okay, so and then all the links all here available. Certification portal in the beginning I said, then specific this exam, VMware Advantage if you want to get through this is also there. And then we have VMware vExpert program related data and so forth. With that, I think my prepared thing is done. Maybe now if there is any question we can take, or I would like or vExpert who are certified into this to little bit about it. Uday, is
Because
there any question?
there is a suggestion from Harish. You can take a look into that.
Yes. Yes. So I think I just read. Have you tried Notebook LM with this dog and ask flash drive? Okay, absolutely. So I know Notebook. LM, but I didn't try. But I know Notebook LM can help in this direction as well. So Notebook LM is one of the tools where you can use this official documentation, and you don't need to like only restrict yourself. For example, something is not there in this file and something is there in, say, William Lamb's blog, or there are official other blogs available from VMware. So you can have all these put together and have your kind of a RAG, retrieval augmented generation uh, database, and you can just feed it to any LLM. Notebook LLM, I didn't try, but I think what I know is like many researchers use Notebook LM, pass all their research papers and interact and learn faster.
Okay, there is
Yeah, another question. How many or percentage of questions are from NS6 for I think this exam, what I have seen is it simply follows the exam guide. So let me just open that exam guide. This is the exam guide, and each exam has its own PDF file. See, another thing I would say is apart from the official documentation, you have this PDF file also. The is it? So how did I get this? So it has objectives, right? So section number one, two, and then it has its own objective. Similarly, there will be networking related stuff. So anything inside this. So in general, I would say out of 60, around 10 questions. But now it is not only just focused on NSX. It is like now we have a concept of 9.0 introduced to VPC. Now, how VPC is playing a role, like it network isolation happens with the virtual private cloud. That's the concept in the public cloud also. So that has natively integrated into the vCenter server, and it is also being consumed by VCF automation. VCF automation is tenancy management happens from that, and catalog management and all. And you have regions to zones to namespaces and all, carving out all those resources. And so this network services are also available through VPC. So the question will not be directly on specific to NSX, but it's a scenario based question around VCF and how VCF networking is playing a role uh, as a part of it. For example, here, given a scenario, describe a deployment of VCF networking. So that kind of objectives are there. So I would say out of 60 around networking, around 10 questions will be around networking. Okay, so while we take some more questions, think I would like now. I think we'll take these questions, but let's have some of our vExperts talk about their journey also. Guys, I see that couple of us are part of the panelists, but some of them might have been part of attendees. So if you are part of attendees, please raise your hand. So I would like first Kuver to go through your like provide some brief introduction about yourself and your preparation journey going through VCF 9.0.
Hey, Vikas, good evening. Hope I'm audible.
Yes, yes.
All right, so good evening, all. This is Kuver, and I have a 20 years of experience, which almost 9 years I'm continuing be experts, and I would say I'm a different kind of guy who love into do too much experiments and taking challenges. So when I do this writing this exam, I preferred first my preference is to complete the HL because as Vikas said, right, ultimately the experiences matter a lot. So I go with the hands-on and experience, and then I check. I remember what Vikas you scrolling your blogs, right? Because I prefer and I used to check first. Then Vikas complete, then I capture the experience. So that's another way to uh, managing my time and using the community, spend the time, lots of great work they did. Okay. So that's all from my side. And meanwhile, I'm taking care for a most reputed Indian bank as a customer. So I'm being there as a VCF architect and serving all designs, POCs, evolution. Now getting challenges to design the AI platform. Okay. So if as a community ask if anybody having the challenges, reach out to me and the expert group. So together we learn. That's all.
Thank you, Kuver. That was insightful. Next week, I move on to Prasad. Prasad, please
Yeah,
introduce and share your journey.
yeah, sure. Hey, hi Vikas, hi everybody. This is Prasad. I have almost 13 years of experience in virtualizations, right? And I started my journey from VCF around the last 6 years, right? I prepared for VCF 9. Actually, I gone through for instructor-led training. My organization is a Pinnacle partner for Broadcom, so we have been allocated for the training for build, secure, manage, and automate and operate. This both training I gone through that. As Vikas explained, the hands-on labs, right? So the 5 days gone through the hands-on labs, and apart from that, some self-learning through HOL, and through that I gone through and prepared for this examination. Uh, Also, my current role is the designing for end customers, right? Designing and deployment for VCF 9. And yeah, so I before VCF 9 also I have done certification for VCF 5 also, right? So VCF 5 administrator and architect level examination I have gone through. So it's really good experience when come to VCF 9. A lot of new platform has changed, and it's really enjoyable and more enthusiastic to learn as soon as we complete any new one training, so we can go with the next one and to just what could be the next and all those things, right? So yeah, that's overall journey for me. Thanks, Vikas.
Thank you. Thank you, Prasad. Anybody else from vExpert who is certified is available in attendees? Please raise your hand. As I was showing, I don't know, yeah, this is the list. Some of them, so on the very short notice, we were gathering this data, and some of them are in different time zones also. So some of them couldn't join, but always feel free to reach out to them. Towards the end, we'll also show how to connect with them and their official handles through VMware vExpert directory that is available, so that you can always reach out to them, get some mentorship, research certification. Uday, anybody you see is raising hand or something?
Hi,
Yeah,
Vikas. This is
Shahnawaz
Shahnawaz.
already.
Hi,
Hey,
good evening,
hey, Shahnawaz.
everyone.
Yeah, go ahead, please.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. Thank you so much, Vikas, for arranging this session. This is much needed for me and for many people around us. Okay, this is the best place to share the experience within the community and do something for them. Okay, everyone. My name is Shahnawaz Ahmed. I've been working in IT multinational company in for 16 years. For VMware, it's been the VMware technology I've been working for around 12 years. And I've just recently, 2-3 years back, I've started working on a VMware Cloud Foundation, and my past experiences on is as Azure, AWS, and Google Cloud. I'm working as a migration consultant. So I think everything has been covered. The resources is very light. You have prepared, Vikas, and Kuver has shared the insight, and other people. So I've used the same courses which already been talked about, Vikas, like official certification guide, and then I have taken twice the VMware virtual instructor lead training, and there were a couple of online resources like YouTube and VMware official documents and unofficial documents as well. And I had chance to implement for one or two customer in my organization and did some POC for them. So it helped me to gain the knowledge, the deeper knowledge, and it helped me to go ahead and take the certification and pass that. Now I'm preparing for my architect, and surely I'll be following your guidance, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Shahnawaz. And in our VMware vExpert community, almost 10 of them are also architect pass. So we might do that session later as well.
Sure.
Okay, if we don't have others, we can get going with the Q&A because we have around 10-15 minutes, and last 2 to 3 minutes we can spend around VMware vExpert related details and so. So I'm just seeing Q&A, and vExpert guys, feel free to also chime in. You can also feel free to answer them live or in the chat box also. So the next question, I think the first question, 2 questions we have answered. Next question is around HOL, VMware HOL. I need access under build profile. I have
It
selected
is
role control.
working, Vikas. You can
Okay, it's
ignore
working?
that question. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Personally, I don't have much insights on to whom we get the access, to whom, whether we need official ID for that or our personal Gmail ID works or not.
Yeah, with my personal ID, I think we would need to build the profile requesting that VMware hands-on lab as well. Post that, it is automatically getting approved and able to access it now.
Perfect. I think that was great information. Thank you for
Yeah,
sharing.
thank you.
Others, I think this HOL this time again, the way tech marketing team has done a very good job on the YouTube videos. Similarly, the VCF HOL also has a lot of really good content. Next question on what is vExpert and how to achieve this. So we'll spend some 2 to 3 minutes towards the end. Then next, working now. Okay. Registered for our. Okay, so there is a question from Jaya Chandran that I have registered for about training. Just need a confirmation that the training is in English, as there were other slots available which were showing in Spanish and German. Yes. Normally trainings are available in various languages. So I hope you have chosen the language that you are comfortable with, which is English. It is based on. So yes, the course that I went through, it was all English, self-paced one. Then I think Harish has shared some resources. So Harish has been into this, being a vExpert. He has also got through various certifications. So please refer his blogs also. Is VCD separate from VCF 9 or is it integrated? So official information is VCD currently, I think independent version is still supported. That is one. Second, with VCF 9, the tenancy management that was part of VCD. Also now that capability is fully available with VCF 9. So when we talk about tenancy management with respect to VCF 9.0, which it is built around the capabilities that were there in VCD. Okay, so I think questions are done. Those are asked in Q&A. We can also have some 1 or 2 questions live if someone wants to talk, or if someone wants to share their experience or something, please go ahead. Uday, someone who wants to ask the question,
Yeah, they can
they
just
can
raise
raise.
their hand, then I can allow them to talk.
Okay. Okay, so if there is no question, then we can move on to a little bit talking about VMware vExpert program. Shall we move?
Yeah, I think we can.
Okay, so there was a question around how to get going with VMware vExpert program, and See, the VCF certification is different from VMware vExpert program. So VMware vExpert program, in short, I have to tell you, like, this is a site, vExpert.vmware.com. This is an official portal by Broadcom. So here you'll get all the resources, and anything that you want is all here. So in this, like, since I am active vExpert, I get some more uh, things out here. So how do I become uh, VMware vExpert, right? So VMware vExpert is a title provided by Broadcom to an individual. That individual can be within VMware or outside VMware, can be partner or a customer or any community member who is contributing his expertise into VMware communities well above and beyond their regular job and responsibilities. Something like this session. In this session is not part of my day-to-day job and responsibilities, but I'm going above and beyond and sharing this. Similarly, other vExpert who join this call to share their expertise is one of the contribution to grow this community. You are all part of the VMware community. This is one contribution. So this way you can write a book, you can uh, start your podcast, you can start your YouTube channel, you can write the blog, the one that I was showing, or you can be active in LinkedIn, basically any, or if you're into coding or scripting, so you can have your own GitHub repo and post your content into that and keep helping community members. So once you do this consistently throughout the year, you get one application every year. So this title is not one time, it's a year basis. I think some of us, we have been talking, like, I have been a vExpert since last 13 years. Harish has been, I think, plus 10 plus years, and others also 9+ years. So every year, the past contribution is not considered. So you have to still come that year you have to do. So apply for vExpert. So here, if you click, what was your what is this? But I'm just submitting. So this is how that application looks like. It takes your inputs across various areas. So content creation, event speaking, online communities and tools, and VMware programs and all that. So based on this, there is a vExpert program manager. He will review your application and award. Now, whether he is the only person reviews it, no. There is something called as sub-program. In that sub-program, there is one sub-program called as vExpert Pro. So some vExpert from the broader category, the VMware vExpert category, some of them, if they are interested growing this program, they can also apply for vExpert Pro, saying that, okay, I would like to contribute to this program, not to the community, but I want to contribute so that others can be vExpert. Whatever we are talking now is I'm talking kind of a vExpert Pro who wants others also to become vExpert. But I did not apply for this program. So there are many people, vExpert Pros also. So they apply, and say there are 10, 20 of them. So every year, almost 2,000 plus applications we get. So one person can't do it, somebody who is driving this. So this team, vExpert Pros are the ones will review that. And then they announce yearly. There is one more change. So this application is not happening yearly, but bi-yearly also. So this time, applications will open during, I think, December till mid-Jan. And then results were announced in Feb. So this is the first time the application. So application timeline number 1. There is a second time also it will open up. Say you missed to apply or your contribution wasn't enough by the time the application was open. Towards the mid of the year, 2026, June, July also it will open up one more time. So there are 2 times it will open up and you can apply and you can become 2026 vExpert halfway through also. So that is how in general. And there are a lot of resources like certificates and badges for me are all are here. So whatever applies to me, like this one applies to me. Or another important resource is the directory. This is a public directory, and you can simply get, okay, who are the pros in my area. So here you can go through these guys earlier, like and there are others sub programs also. Somebody who is security focused or on VCF, or somebody who is only focusing on VCF is also part of this. So there are few of them, and these guys get some extra privileges. For example, somebody who is a vExpert VCF get to work with the engineering team closely to understand something that is not out. Also, they will understand. There are a few other things also there. Event opportunities, and this portal has a lot of details, like all the webinars are tracked here, and this directory, apart from these sub programs, you can simply search, for example, India. In India, I think we have around 50 plus. So this is 50, and maybe this is around close to 60. So 60 vExperts are there in India. And some of them who joined, Harish and all, their name is there. So he simply, you can click on their profile. So this is like kind of my profile. You get to know how to connect with me, a blog, LinkedIn, GitHub, all these badges. Then you get the badges based on the contribution. So if I am doing blogging, then I do speak, or internal. If somebody from the internal, then they get this badge. And if I am publishing video and all that is also. Another resource I would share is like on my own blog, I had some video section, and there is one playlist I had created in the past around how to be vExpert. For example, okay, this is one of the videos, but you can go through that also. So you start from here, and you can get to know, okay, how you can get into this program. Other vExperts, if you want to share something, please feel free to share.
Because I think there are a few questions that we can take.
Okay. Mm, Can you share the VCF learning path? What is it exactly? Is VCF learning path? I think one of the great way to start is this certification, then that learning path. So that link we'll share with you. Simon is saying, I'm currently vExpert. I specialize in automation. How do I join sub program? Especially the vExpert. Yeah. So once VMware vExpert broader title announcement happens for a few weeks, there will be another email communication only to vExpert. So somebody who is a vExpert only can become a vExpert for a VCF, not somebody directly from outside. So watch out for email communication in few weeks. Come on, Heather. If possible, please explain how many questions from each topic for the cert. I plan to give certification. As I said, all the topics in the like around there are 6 sections and 60 questions. So in general, if you see the vSphere is a key part of VCF as a whole. So that is one big pillar, I would say. VCF operation is another big pillar. And VCF operations also does the fleet management related activities, be it upgrade, patching to certificate management, password management, and any day and operations. VCF operation is another section, you can say, the two. Third one is a Kubernetes into VCF, VKS, supervisor, and all that. So that is the third pillar, I would say. And the another important pillar is VCF automation, which also includes the networking aspect of VCF. So these are the 5 broader pillars, I would say. The questions are dominated based on where you're really good at and not good at. You can spend time accordingly. That's it. All the questions are done.
No, there is one more.
Okay. What is that question?
I'm unable to
Okay,
find this
so then,
self-paced training. Check from Dinesh.
oh yeah. So hey, Dinesh, I think we can connect offline also. Within, I think I had also faced this issue. I think there is some other keyword we have to use to search across the catalog. I think that's how you're not seeing it. Let me go back. I think you can search with the different keywords that keywords. I mean, like the name like automate. It, I was able to get with this, but you try something. This is the official name of the course. So try with the build, just build, or only secure. You might get it. I think search capability needs to be improved in this portal. More VRA, VRO developer, how quick I can be able to grab VCF certification and help me going forward. Quick I can be able to grab. I think it depends on your existing experience around VMware related technologies, especially vSphere. Then you already said VRA, VRO, you're good at it. Then looking at the exam guide, I would say if you spend, in my case, of course, I have been with VMware, so I have a lot of experience writing exams and also day-to-day basis. So I had that added advantage. But active time I have spent in like one entire week towards the end of the December last week. I was only doing focused learning around this certification. So within a week, you can accelerate. But again, the idea of getting certified in short term, it might give you some limelight on LinkedIn or something. Okay, you got certified. But well within that, okay, I think now that limelight is gone, next day you might feel that, okay, I have still same challenges. This is where I feel giving at least 3 to 4 weeks of good time and focusing on that learning weaker areas will serve you little longer. So it only disadvantage is your limelight will come little late, like little philosophical answer if you see. Do you have any vouchers for VCF 9? Right now, if you ask me personally, I don't have. But if you connect with VMUG leaders across India or even outside, then Uday, if you have anything, any thought around this? I've seen in the
Uh,
past leaders
I
have
haven't
some.
received I haven't received this yet, but every year normally we get two per Bhimag locations, and we used to distribute that among community depending on whoever is joining the sessions and those are participating actively, and then we used to make a draw out of the event and we used to distribute it. For this year I haven't received it yet. Maybe after like March, normally they once we'll finish 3 or 4 events, they push it to the specific local community, and that's one of the important factor, like how communities are also doing across the globe. Because if as a community we are not performing well, we are not organizing events, people are not turning up, or the learning opportunity is not growing, then less
Mm.
chances are there like we'll lose a lot of benefits out of it.
Hmm. But you connect with other VMUG leaders, you might be lucky, you might get. Okay, any other question?
I think
Okay, how can I
someone is
join
asking
VMUG Club Bangalore? I
I mean,
think, okay, I think,
we can ask Sweta to share the WhatsApp group
but
link
where
so that
she's now
so
here,
that
you mean?
yeah, in Bangalore, so that whenever she is organizing any kind of event for Bangalore location, these guys can get update and they can join if they're based out of Bangalore location.
Okay. Yeah, so in meanwhile, I think each VMUG chapter has their own LinkedIn page or Twitter or
Right.
there you can start following. So you get the event and announcements, and also you can DM to that, or you just DM to me on LinkedIn or somewhere. I will connect with like WhatsApp groups, which is like little more quicker way to get the communication. Any other question? Okay, so shall we wind up there?
Yeah, I think we're a little ahead of time, but it was a fantastic discussion, I must say, because a lot of interaction, and as down the line, VCF is going to be more focused from Broadcom side. So it's good people will start showing interest and start learning this part. And because as we discussed down the line, also you'll have next level of sessions related to VCF related topics. Plus, we will have one more for VCF architect level exam. Maybe like in next follow-up on we can do that as well. So guys, please keep joining us because we'll keep adding new sessions, new technical deep dives, and a lot of new speakers will come in and share their knowledge. So stay tuned and be with us, and keep watching our social channels or groups, and we'll share all these details there as well. Thank you. And
Thank you.
I think, yeah, I'm going to close the session now. Thanks,
Thank you.
guys.
Thank you,
Bye.
all the vExpert who joined. Really appreciate your time. Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Bye. Take care.
Yeah, thank you everyone for a great session.
Thanks.